Hi everyone, this is Cindy at the Rogue again with another in our backstage tours. And today we're going to talk with our scenic designer, who is also our artistic director, and he's got a treat for us. So here's Joe McGrath.
Hi, we're bringing you to a place that only one other organization has ever been able to bring anybody to. This right here is the far side of the moon. And this is the near side of the moon. This was last used in Galileo, and since we have a little time on our hands right now, I'm going to restore this back to being a full moon rather than the crescent moon we have here. It was used in Galileo in a scene where Galileo and his friend discover that the moon is actually something like the Earth. Those particles of light are the peaks of the mountains catching the first sun's rays while the slopes of the mountains are still dark. And what you see is the sunlight moving down from the peaks and into the valleys, says Galileo, as they discover that the moon is not a disk. This is a moon box. It's an old piece of stagecraft, and we're going to open it up and take a look at it. All right, so I've taken all the tape off all the way around. I want to get in from the far side of the moon.
I was thinking the first production we ever used this in, Joe, was Endymion in our second year. The poem by John Keats, and Joe had adapted it. We have used the moon actually in several productions.
Shipwrecked.
It was the moon in Waiting for Godot.
Arcadia,
yes. There was a summer show we used it in too.
House of Pomegranates.
House of Pomegranates, yep. Oh, we're in the inside of the moon.
We've peeled open the moon. Oh, the humanity.
Yeah, this is gelatin that we use to color the lights.
Yes, and they use numbers 3202 and 32. You know, you listen to the lighting folks and they say 3202. It's oh no 108. Oh no, I kind of like 110. Oh 110.
And these are all light bulbs, right, around the outside.
Yep, and these are actually this looks like this is an incandescent here, and these are LEDs of some kind. These got upgraded the last time it was open. Peter was around, and he was not going to tolerate any old technology. Okay. Here comes that sheet of gel that the lighting folks are going to love to have back. And this here is the cutout of the crescent moon. Now you might notice that the inside of everything is all white. That's because we're bouncing light around inside, and you don't see any of the lights because they're lined up here up around the edge, but all of that light is bouncing off this white paint and coming out the front. So next, we take a piece of plastic drop cloth, and it's not clear, it's translucent. It diffuses the light, so it's got a little milkiness to it. Kind of helps smudge everything out and put everything a little out of focus, making it, you know, just gorgeous. And then we just staple it in. Next, we put on the far side of the moon. Thank goodness the moon is back together. So now I've taken off the black scrim, and I'll explain that later. I'm going to do a little bit of artwork on it, but I need it lit. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug it in. There's a little extra touch that we get to do. I've got to use some artwork. I looked onto my Google machine and I found me a picture of the moon. So what I'm going to do is try and give us a little bit of an indication of that. And we might just leave it at that. Black scrim shark's tooth scrim. One thing that it helps to do is it helps the moon to drop away, to make it disappear into black when the light's not on. And that is something that is really handy theatrically, because then we can have a night sky, we can have a black background, and then we can suddenly have a moon in the sky. And I'm just going to staple it on. So finally, what we've got all sorts of light leaks coming out of the moon. The moon is just spilling light leaks all out the sides, and it just shows what's up our sleeve. This is the lifeblood of the theater. It's black gaffer's tape. It's used for everything, and in this case, it's used for making light leaks go away. Leak be gone. The completed moon box, ready to go up, I think. Let's turn it on, make sure it's working. When a good actor gestures to the moon, we say, what a lovely gesture. When a great actor gestures to the moon, we say, what a lovely moon.